So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Switzerland forms an empire in 2022. Now everyone's favorite neutral country here is going to be buffed up and they're going to be going to war with their surrounding neighbors, which when you look at it may not go well for them. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. 25k merch is still out, so if you want to buy something, then atispermerch.com is where you would find it. And let's go ahead and get started. So Switzerland will be represented by the color red throughout this entire video, so if you see red, then that's Switzerland. So Switzerland's first priority is to go to war with one of its neighbors, and it's not even shown on this map, but they invade and annex all of Liechtenstein. From here, they declare war on Austria and start their advance into the Panhandle. They move across the Alps with ease and push down into southern Austria. From here, they capture Vienna, and the country falls. Looking at the peace treaty, all of Austria is annexed by Switzerland. So it really wouldn't be a smart move for Switzerland to go to war with France or Germany or Italy. So I guess they're going to be campaigning down here in the Balkans, and then eventually they'll go to war with their three neighbors. So now Switzerland declares war on Slovenia and easily manages to take over the country. Here we see another full annexation. So this is kind of weird for Switzerland because, they're mainly located over here. And they've got to move everything through this tiny little panhandle down into Austria and then eventually down into Slovenia. I'd imagine in real life they wouldn't be able to hold on to this just because of the geography of the region and then it's really far away. But this video is favoring Switzerland, so they're going to be able to do a lot of things they wouldn't be able to do in real life. Anyway, Switzerland now set this goals onto Croatia and declares war on the country. They move down the Croatian coast and eventually cut the country into two. Here they push in a little bit more, but then they opt for peace. From here we take a look at a divided Croatia, and I'm sure this will make the Balkans even more of a mess. And so have fun with that, guys. So anyway, Switzerland is becoming Chad very quickly, although their borders are looking kind of not Chad. So Switzerland decides to go to war with another one of its neighbors. So looking at their options here, they have Italy, France, or Germany. Switzerland makes the decision to go after Germany since, they have the least amount of personnel out of both France and Italy, and their army is mostly defensive, so they don't have to worry about getting invaded. So Switzerland declares war on Germany. They push up from their own region, which is where they have the most advantages, and then from Austria, they push into Bavaria. Now, Bavaria kind of assists Switzerland in this invasion here because they don't really want to be a part of Germany in this scenario. So we have Switzerland taking control of the Bavarian region. From here, they continue to push up until the German military is finally ready to fight. We see the Germans push down back into southwestern Germany and start a push into Bavaria. But we're going to have ourselves a little bit of an Uno reverse card in this video because we have Poland declaring war on Germany. That's right, it's been flopped and now Germany is getting invaded from two sides. Well, they actually... Hold on now. So the Polish push across the border and take Berlin pretty easily because Germany was definitely not expecting this. Here they continue their advance into eastern Germany. Down south we see the Swiss recover from this and push back up to Bavaria. Here they meet up with the Polish and push across the center of Germany. Eventually we have the Germans surrendering. So taking a look at this peace treaty here, we have the Swiss getting the most amount of land when it comes to the war. Poland does get a little bit, but ultimately Germany does get to keep their capital and Poland gets a little bit off the border. Down south the Swiss get a big chunk out of southwestern Germany and also Bavaria becomes a puppet. Even still, with these borders, Switzerland is looking kind of weird. So they make the decision of going to war with Italy. They push into the east and in through the Alps. Eventually, they meet up with the Mediterranean coast, and all of northern Italy starts to fall to Switzerland. Eventually, after a lot of fighting, we see half of Italy switch sides. From here, this new side invades Sardinia and pushes up and captures Rome. Meanwhile, up north, we see the Swiss take over San Marino and push down and meet up with the new Italian Republic. And with that, Italy no longer exists. So taking a look at the second major peace treaty of this video, we have Switzerland taking over a lot of northern Italy, and the rest goes to the new Italian Republic. So with this, we have Italy and Switzerland forming an alliance. And Switzerland's borders are becoming a little bit better, but it's not 100% complete. So now, the Chad Switzerland declares war on the Virgin France. They immediately push over into Alsace-Lorraine and across the French coast. Then once again, using the Alps to their advantage, they push through and create a ginormous front line. Now what does France do about this? Well, they have a friend that kind of wants some revenge. So they call Germany into the war. Here the two sides push back Switzerland, and each start their own invasion into the country. Now this obviously isn't good for Switzerland because now they're being invaded by two major powers, so they call Italy into the war, although they're probably not going to be too much help. Anyway, back up north we have the Germans taking over all of the puppets of Bavaria. Here they push across into southwestern Germany. We also see the French pushing along the Italian coast and starting to threaten the Swiss capital. Luckily, before they could do so, a bunch of bridges blow up all over the country and damage the infrastructure that France was using. Here the Swiss are able to recuperate and push back the French. They push them out of the south and start to push the Germans out up north. We see Italy take over Corsica, and from here the two allies start to push back into southern France. Up north we see the Polish getting involved once more, and they declare war on Germany. This time they're going to be even more aggressive, and they start to push into Germany. This gives way for Switzerland to push back Germany all the way, and once again we see the two sides advancing into central Germany. It also isn't looking too good for the French down south as the Swiss are pushing in. They eventually cut off both Germany and France from each other, and from here Switzerland makes a jolt across and manages to capture Paris. Up north we see Germany surrendering, and down south we see France starting to fall back. Eventually a large French French army is encircled, and from here, France accepts peace talks. Taking a look at the final peace treaty of this video, we have Switzerland becoming very Chad. They're tired of being neutral, and they've taken over a large portion of Central and Western Europe. So in this peace treaty, they take a large chunk out of Eastern France, then make a puppet out of a lot of Germany, which kind of leaves Germany in, like, not a good state. Poland continues to expand across Germany, and we see Italy get Corsica. So yeah, Switzerland has probably expanded as much as it needs to. We all know eventually Switzerland will take over the entire world, but I don't have time for that. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the states of this empire, of which there are many, and they are very odd-shaped, but yeah, these are the states of Switzerland. So we have a southern French state, and then we have Switzerland itself right here. We have an Italian state, as well as some kind of like Venetian state. Over here we have Croatia/Slovenia, Austria, and then of course we have the two German puppets, and then a German state. So yeah, that's going to do it for the Swiss Empire video. I'm kind of running low on time, as you can see. So this video probably won't be as long as my normal videos, and I apologize for that because I gave myself an entire day, procrastinated all day, and yeah, so this is my bad. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.